Stand on your own 2 feet, are you, Monica? You have to get other people to do your dirty work for you.
Yeah, you tell her.
And you do something like that because you can't face anyone out in the open. You're too sneaky. You're pathetic. You two want to go ahead and kill each other, fine. Just leave all of us out of it. Do you want me to see if I can fix him for you?
Pay attention, please. No doubt you will find out sooner or later from the press. B. Smith will not be returning today as was expected.
Oh, she dropped dead.
She escaped from the hospital. She will be caught eventually, we have no doubt about that. However, should any of you see this as an opportunity for causing trouble, I warn you here and now, it will not be tolerated. That will be all.
Who did that, Doreen?
It is believed the woman is dressed in a brown and white floral frock and cream cardigan, which was reported stolen from a ward close to where the prisoner was last seen. She is described as violent and dangerous. Anyone seeing this woman is advised...
We can't let her stay here, Gran.
She won't hurt us, Judy. I know what it's like when you first get out.
But this is different. She's wanted by the police.
You've got no one to turn to. You're lonely, scared. That's what makes you desperate.
But, Gran, if we call the police now, we won't get into any trouble.
I wouldn't do that if I were you.
I don't want Gran going back to prison.
And you can keep your nose out of it.
Now, stop it, both of you. You're welcome to stay here until you're better.
Oh, Gran, you can't.
I've made up my mind. Well, I know it was to be expected, but to be brought to trial... What will people think?
Well, the thing we have to do now is to get you out on bail.
Oh, it's an awful lot of money, Steve.
It could have been worse, Clara. Now, who do you want me to see to organize finance for you?
I haven't a penny. To put it crudely, I'm broke.
I see. Perhaps we can organize a loan. You must have plenty of collateral, a house.
Double mortgage.
Furniture, car, paintings.
To the hilt.
Jewelry, then.
It's paste. The fur stays. It's the only thing that's totally paid for. Besides, it wouldn't be enough.
All right, then. What about your friends?
Steve, if they had me arrested, they're hardly likely to turn around and pay my bail.
Family?
A second cousin in England. Seems as though I'll have to spend my remand in prison.
Well, there must be some way. I'll see what I can do.
What's it like in there, Steve? No bed of roses, eh?
No, Clara.
He's been through a lot, you know. Dad gave him to me one Christmas. Must have won at the trots. It's the only thing he ever gave me that he didn't take back to hop for booze. He's the only real friend I ever had at home. I never took him on a job with me. Sounds dumb, eh? Well, I knew he was a bear and that, but I just didn't want him to see me doing something wrong. I took him along with me and Frankie, you know, when we went over the wall, because I just couldn't leave him behind in here. I reckon he understood about Frankie and me, anyhow.
She's asleep. Oh, Judy, dear, please try to understand. I can't send her away. But I promise I'll try and talk her into giving herself up.
You know what'll happen if she's found here?
Yes, I'm not being fair to you, am I? If anything happens to me, there's you and the baby.
Gran, you should be worried about yourself, not us. If you end up back in prison, it'll kill you.
No. No, it'll all work out. Hello?
Jean Vernon here, Mum. Is everything all right?
Yes. Yes, of course. Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot. I was meant to come and see you this morning. Yes, well, I wasn't feeling very well. I didn't go to work. I slept straight through.
You're sure everything's all right? You haven't been working too hard?
No, just a little rundown, that's all. I'll come and see you as soon as I'm better, if that's all right with you. Yes, thank you. Thank you, goodbye.
If you do go and see her, you better be careful she doesn't find out anything.
Got a minute?
Sure.
Anything the matter?
Oh, no. It's just that I wish I'd found an easier job for Mum.
Well, what made you think of Mum?
Well, she was supposed to check in, and I rang her. She's not feeling very well. Now, Meg, I know what you're thinking. You promised. No more going to see Mum.
I still think it's a silly rule. I mean, what harm is there in an officer visiting an ex-prisoner?
It's probably there to protect the prisoner. Persecution and all that.
I know. Anyway, what I wanted to see you about. Have you spoken to Nolene Burke?
I tried to once, believe me. That was enough. How do you get through to women like that? Hello. Oh, well, tell him that I'll come and fetch him. See, Butterfield's here to see me.
Lynn Warner's office.
Yeah. I hope there's not another problem. Hasn't Lynn been working out, Mr. Butterfield?
Now, look, I don't want to get her into trouble. She's a hard worker and a good kid. I just want her out of the nursery. You know, I mean, perhaps you could find another job for her somewhere. I wouldn't want to see her left high and dry.
Well, have you told her?
No, I reckon that'd be best coming from you.
Well, I'll have to make out a report, so I do need a reason.
Well, it's my boy, Jeff. He's a bright kid. He's got a good future ahead of him. Something I didn't have. And I don't want anything ruining it for him.
And you think Lynn could?
I was young once myself. She's attractive, needs looking after. I don't want my son thinking she's the one for him.
All right, Mr. Butterfield, I'll let Lynn know.
Look, I don't want to make it any rougher on the kid, but my son comes first.
They told me you're on night shift. So I took the punt.
What are you doing here?
Answer your question. I got bored in those sleazy little rooms. I can't stand to be cooped up. How about a drink?
Okay. Have you seen any of your friends?
No. It's best to keep clear of them for a while.
Anne Yates wrote that letter, George.